Hi everybody, how are you doing today? Bo Bjarnason here. Welcome to my channel. I wanted to answer some questions we've had out there recently about what sort of hooks I like to use for lake trout. You've seen some of my reels out there, getting a lot of views, mostly catching lake trout and some big ones at that. So what I wanted to do was put together a top 5 list of some of my favorite lures that I've used for catching lake trout, and not only my favorite, but the ones I've had the most success with, either personally or people who've been fishing with me. Okay, so let's get started. Starting at number 5, Len Thompson red and white spoon. This is number 4. It's massive. Most people wouldn't have a reason for buying one this big. But Len Thompson, made in Canada, out of Lacombe, Alberta, have worked great for me for a long time. And this number 4, although it looks huge, you're fishing for big fish, sometimes the bigger lures is what you need. What we like to do up here is we'll put on a white plastic, single tail, jig body type deal. These are Mr. Twisters, but anything works. We'll clip off the end and put it on one of the trebles just to give it that little bit of action at the end, a little bit of a tail on it. And yeah, it's worked great. Caught a lot of lake trout with this thing. Number 4, Len Thompson again. There's a theme here. I really like Len Thompson, have for a lot of years because they work. There's a lot of copies out there, imitations, but I find just the Len Thompson, the original, are some of the best hooks out there. So number 4 on my list for lake trout lures, the red 5 of diamonds. This 5 of diamonds has caught a ton of lake trout. You know what? It works for walleye as well. Works great for pike. But this is the number 1, so more of a average size, normal size spoon, and it's worked excellent for lake trout as well. So I really like it. Look at this thing. Just beat to tar. It's had a lot of teeth on it. Anyway, love these hooks. Number 3, live target, rattle bait. Looks like a yellow perch, and the lake trout love these things too. This one's all beat up, lots of teeth marks on it. This is a shiny one. I have one with a little bit of a duller finish to it, but really like this. It has a nice motion in there, jigging up and down, makes the rattle, maybe helps calls in the fish. So I think it's pretty good, and I've had a lot of success on that. That puts it number 3. Okay, number 2 on the list, kind of a combination here. Williams Wobbler, the blue and silver. It has worked fantastic. I've liked Williams Wobbler for a long time, another Canadian-made company, out of Ontario, I believe. This Wobbler design has been around for over 100 years. The blue and silver works fantastic on lake trout. I've also caught on the red and silver, but the blue and silver more. This is the size W60, which is kind of an average size hook. But I've also had success on the much larger W70. So here you can see them side by side. Had success on both. I think the smaller W60 has had a little more success, maybe a little wider range of fish willing to go after this one. So yeah, number 2, the blue and silver Williams Wobbler. Now number 1 for me by a lot, and it's what was featured in my last reel that has over 12 million views, no big deal, is just a simple quick strike rig. Okay, so you got a barrel swivel at the top. This one is actually made by me. It's a just fluorocarbon leader material on trebles, 2 of them connected to a barrel swivel. You put a mackerel, 9-inch mackerel that you get from the grocery store, with the hook facing in towards the head, so it's aerodynamic. If the fish comes along from the head and bites it, it gets those that treble in its mouth. And on the back, I put this either upright in the midsection near the back, or pointed towards the head with the points, so that if the fish comes from the back, it'll grab it that way and get the barbs in it. But most often I see is they're actually attacking from the side. So putting it somewhere like this will work as well. Now, I've seen some comments out there about, what's the word? Snagging it or foul hooking it or what have you. And I'm not exactly sure what foul hooking is per se, but I think that has to do with snagging it. I don't really tell the fish where to bite on the bait. So they're going to end up with one treble in their mouth, and the other treble is probably going to be floating around and end up to the stuck to the side of their head or somewhere else near the gill plate or wherever. I'm not sure where. So that's maybe what some people have seen, me pulling the fish out of the water and there's a treble off to the side. Well, there's two trebles, right? So one's in the mouth where the fish bit and the other one ends up wherever, right? Various places. I don't think that's snagging because the hook is sitting, or the rig is setting in the water with the bait still. I'm not moving it about or anything. Maybe that's foul hooking too, I don't know. But if that's foul hooking or snagging, I guess any sort of tip-up rig would be the same, or anytime you don't move your lure. It's kind of hard to snag, I would say, in a hole under the ice if you're moving the rod back and forth. But anyway, I digress. So this is what I use. It's been successful more than anything else, and definitely tend to get the bigger fish on that. Again, bigger bait. So it's worked really good. Like I said, this is just one I made. I bought some from the store. They would have metal leaders to them. The metal leaders would get all bent up, kind of in such a mess that you couldn't use them any longer. So I found that the fluorocarbon leaders, a little lower profile, easy to make if you get a few trebles and all that, and kind of didn't end up with as many kinks in it, hard kinks in it, as the metal leaders. So that's what I like, and it's worked real well. So those are my top 5 choices for lake trout when I go fishing. Again, these are just hooks that I've used that I find work for me. I know there's many people out there who've caught many lake trout, many bigger than mine, on an assortment of different hooks. I'm just simply providing a list of mine. So internet, slow down. Don't hate me if I left your hook off there, but please leave comments down below of what your favorite rig for lake trout is, and I'd love to hear it. I might learn something and try something else. I've tried a lot of different stuff. These just tend to get the best results. Again, a lot has to do with timing and location too, right? So maybe it just worked out that I had these ones on because I liked them, and that's what brought about this success. I'm not sure. Several factors can come into that, but this is what I've had the most success on. So in celebration or in acknowledgement of over 12,000 followers now on Instagram and over 500 subscribers on YouTube, which I'm very happy with, really excited about, I'm going to have a little giveaway. And what I will have you do is just follow my Instagram, my YouTube, TikTok, all Bo Bjarnason, like this post, and tag 3 friends in the comments. I will collect those names, put them in a draw, and select the winner on February 3rd at around 4 p.m. I'll get your contact information and I'll send you the 5 hooks that I listed here today. I'm not going to send these ones. They're a little bit beat up. I'll get you some new ones. Really appreciate all the support out there. Really appreciate the comments, the likes, the subscribes, all that instant gratification, social media stuff. Been loving it. Follow on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, like the post, tag 3 friends, and we'll make a draw on February 3rd. Thank you very much. Bye.